can all agree that James Gunn's DC universe isn't here yet. It actually starts with Creature Commandos or Superman 2025, or did it start with Blue Beetle? I don't know. James Gunn is quite confusing in regards to him telling us when his universe actually starts. But with that being said, we can all agree that James Gunn's DC universe hasn't started yet. However, we also have to agree that James Gunn is in charge of DC Studios. So that means whatever is released under its umbrella, James Gunn is responsible for. It doesn't matter if you are just hired for a job. If you are the boss, you're responsible day one to see that everything gets done right, that everything is acting accordingly and people are doing their jobs. Trust me, I have been a boss multiple times in my life, and it didn't matter if I was a hire on day one or two. I was still responsible for it. So with that being said, what is going on with DC Studios is absolutely at James Gunn's feet. Now today, we have an article coming from the Direct talking about Joker Folie à Deux, and can you believe that the box office projections continues to fall? At first, I told you guys $140 million domestically. Then I told you guys $70 million domestically. Then afterwards, I reported to you guys $55 million domestically. Now, that number has been lowered. That's right, baby. DC Studios is in trouble at this very moment, and it isn't getting off to a great start. Now, this article comes from the Direct. It is titled, DC Studios Can't Catch a Break. Next movie projected to flop. This time around, the joke may actually be on DC Studios with its latest release. If early signs are to be believed, DC Studios could have another flop on its hands when its upcoming film hits theaters. For years, the Blue brand has been on a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs at the movie theaters, while there have been certainly some bright spots, 2022's The Batman being one of them. I mean, that's like the only one. Come on. As of late, the comic giant has not fared all that well. DC is currently lining up a new era of big screen superhero storytelling on the back of Guardians of the Galaxy filmmaker James Gunn. But in the interim, it has failed to get any sort of foothold at the box office with flop after flop. Flop after flop. So these people are also saying The Flash is on that of James Gunn, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and definitely The Suicide Squad. Ain't nobody go distance him from that. Straight up. According to early indicators, DC Studios' next movie, Joker Folie à Deux, is projected to be another box office flop for the studio. This comes as early pre-sale ticket numbers for the R-rated sequel has started to make their way out, indicating that things do not look too positive for the film beyond its opening weekend. Box Office Insider, Empire City Box Office posted about the movie on X, formerly Twitter, saying that the projected $100 million domestic opening for Joker 2 is in serious jeopardy. Quote, numbers don't lie, and even this early red flags everywhere, and Joker Folie à Deux is in big trouble. If first day of pre-sales are any indication, $100 million opening in serious jeopardy and might go lower. Hopefully won't head for the Marvels and the Flash territory. All right, the movie has been drawing comparisons early to movies like The Flash and the Marvels, which both were deemed outright flops by their studios, including DC Studios, making a combined $474 million at the box office last year. Initial projections for the Joker sequel reached as high as $145 million. However, box office reporter Luis Fernando reportedly posted on X that Joker 2 is projected for a $70 to $80 million opening, well below that $100 million threshold. Empire followed up the initial post with several more in the days since, posting in one tweet that things have not improved, and in another that a projected opening weekend somewhere around $40 to $50 million could be on the horizon. So it continues to fall. Nothing is going up. See, this is all on James Gunn. The moment that he announced that reboot, fans were disinterested. Like, for real, nobody asked him for a reboot. He ruined the brand. And I know a lot of people out there, they like to take up for this man and tell me how wrong I am about him. But you have to understand, nothing positive has happened since this man has been in charge of DC. They continue to blame the old universe, right? Man, it was the DCEU that was the problem. And as you can see, things outside of the DCEU has been an outright flop. You cannot say The Flash was part of the DCEU. You cannot say that the Suicide Squad was part of the DCEU. You cannot say that Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom was part of the DCEU. They weren't. Birds of Prey wasn't even part of it. Hell, if you ask me, Shazam is loosely based on it. The original DCEU started with those 4 films: Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad, the one that actually made money, and Wonder Woman, and also 5, Aquaman. That is the original DCEU, not even Justice League. So for those out there that tries to say, hey, look, all of this is flopping because of the previous universe, you need to understand it was because of the current universe, which was the Armadaverse. And James Gunn was part of that. In fact, he gave DC his biggest flop of all time, the Suicide Squad. There's nothing positive that has happened since this man has took the reins of DC. Everything has been negative. Joker is coming off the back of a $1 billion film. And if you ask me, that is a little bit suspect. That's right. Let me go to the numbers right quick. Let me tell you exactly how much Joker made in home video sales. Oh, hold on. Let me go to Google. Because I don't understand how a $1 billion film makes this little in home video sales. And it's not like, the streaming services was around at that time. So you can't say that that was the cause. So according to the numbers, the Joker made $56 million in home video sales while making $1 billion at the box office. That doesn't make any sense to me because there were no streaming service around in 2019. How is it that Joker only made $56 million? You know what? Let's go to Batman versus Superman. I think I did this for you guys before. I don't know why my computer acting so slow. Let's go. Batman versus Superman. Whenever it comes up, computer acting all crazy these nowadays. Huh? Well, yeah. All right. Finally came up for me. I don't know how a MacBook acts this way. All right. Where is it? Batman versus Superman. Right here. Dawn of Justice. It made $82 million at home video sales. Right. That's more than the Joker. And this is after they stopped counting it after years. Let's go to Suicide Squad. I'm talking about the one that made money here. Not the one that outright flopped. No. Let's go to the Suicide Squad. Let's see how much that movie made in home video sales. Right here. $87 million. Wonder Woman. I know that one off the back of my head. $100 million. Man of Steel. $120 million. So with that being said, I am beginning to believe that DC probably pulled a Captain Marvel. That's right. They paid for them tickets themselves. That's how I feel. Because if you look at it, nobody is willing to show up for the sequel. Nobody. And James Gunn has only added to that. Like for real. First, they already fabricated a successful story, right? Now, James Gunn has taken the brand down with every decision that he has made since he has taken the reins of that of DC Studios. That's right. I am blaming who's in charge. Not blaming the person who was there before him or the person who was there before him. So I'm not saying Zack Snyder is at fault here. I'm not saying that Walter Mata is at fault here. But I am saying James Gunn is at fault here. And I will continue to give him the blame. Yeah, you can sit there and shed all of the responsibility off of him, but I ain't. As you can see, the direct isn't as well. Because we all could see exactly the decisions that he makes isn't quite bringing the noise as it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have people out there talking about how hyped they are for that of James Gunn's DC Universe, but that is not translating into the interest in the brand. So with that being said, James Gunn has to manage this thing much better. That's right. You have to say something. You're in charge, bro. Why don't you advertise Joker Filet do? Why don't you do something instead of just focusing on what you have going on? Because there's no guaranteed that what you are doing is going to be successful. If history serves us right, whatever James Gunn has on the table is heading towards floppish territory. I'm your boy O. Hopefully you have watched this video all the way to the end to help you blow out that algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. Trying to reach that magical number of 10,000 subscribers, so I'll be highly appreciative. You will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. And if y'all gonna hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out that algorithm, baby. But in the comments below, let me know what you think about Joker Filet do, tracking for $40 million now. And also, do you agree with me when I say James Gunn is in charge of DC Studios? So he should get every part of the blame. And always remember, let the bon temps roulette. That means let the good times roll. But let me know in the comments below.